You know, recently I've realized that debunking videos is really hard. So I think for this one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to be just chilling out and believing every single ghost video I see. And that sounds like way less work. So don't worry, I'm not going to be doing any fact checking. I'm not going to be doing any sarcastic comments. I'm not going to be doing any of that. We're just going to be watching some scary videos together. And I'm going to be nodding my head along and saying, yeah, that's real, all right. All right, let's get started.
On December 6th of 2025, a strange video was posted by a man who thought he was just seeing things. It was shared on his social account, which primarily consists of places that he's traveled and family videos. This clip, however, is neither of those. Molina says that he took this video way back when he was waiting inside a hospital. As he was waiting, he heard a loud noise come from outside. He thought it came from the car that was parked out front, so he takes a closer look and notices something in the passenger seat. But that's strange, because as it seems, this vehicle has been abandoned for quite some time. Watch closely.
Wait, he just opens the car?
Y nos dimos vuelta porque dijimos, bueno, ¿quién está entrando? Cuestión de que no hay nadie atrás nuestro.
Okay.
Y miramos dentro del auto y
Oh.
dijimos, oh, pues el auto,
Oh, there's a little
qué mierda,
reflection there. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean reflection. I meant ghost. Yeah, that's real, all right.
Pero parece como si fuese un reflejo.
Kind of looks like a reflection. Ah, sounds like we got a skeptic here. Oh, look, it's leaning over.
Puta madre.
Oh. It's going below the dashboard.
No.
It's back. All right, wait, but then when we go out there...
Ya, salimos rápido para que vean que no es mentira. Mamá, la piel de gallina, hermano.
Uh-huh.
Piel de gallina.
Pan back to the car, please.
Cagazo.
So first of all,
Nadie.
he's just opening a random person's car?
Nadie. Yeah.
I find that very strange. There doesn't appear to be anyone in it, though.
Ya. Nadie.
Mm-hmm. So there's a dog outside the Metro Hospital? So in this hospital parking lot, not only is there one car that is parked, no other cars, no other parking spaces, there's also just a dog posted up outside. I find that very strange. We would never have that in hospitals in the US, at least not, maybe outside of rural hospitals. But all right, I'll accept it. This is at a hospital
Es un montón.
where there is one car parked and it's just unlocked. Oh, the face is back.
Y encima
Oh,
nos mira la puta que te parió.
it's looking at us. All right, we'll do something. They're just people watching. That's all the ghost is doing, just people watching. Okay, and they ducked down again.
No.
Are they gonna pop back up? Hello? The viewers are clicking away. There we go. Wow, a ghost caught on camera in a abandoned car that's unlocked at the back of a metropolitan hospital next to a dog. Very odd circumstances to catch a ghost. It is creepy footage for sure. So the first thing I noticed is that he's very confident and comfortable opening up the car door just like this. It's like he knows already that it's unlocked, which I find strange. I appreciate that he shows us the back seat, but someone could be hiding back there. The footage is like blurry enough and there's enough artifacting to where somebody could just hide back there under a black blanket and we wouldn't be able to see them. right? If this guy wanted to fool us. And I'm not saying that he wants to fool us, but I'm just saying hypothetically, someone could just be hiding back there underneath a black blanket and we would not be able to see them. Now, one thing also that I'm noticing, this reflection right here, what is this? These are like some slats of some kind. Because my first thought would be, well, it looks like the face is inside the car. Is it really? Because it might just be in front of whatever these slats are. Sorry, I promised that I wouldn't do this, but I can't help myself. Okay, so right here, the face is still in the car. You might even get a little bit of shoulder here, but I'm not convinced that that's what that is. And then as the guy's moving outside, unfortunately, the car dips out of frame for a second because of head bob or something. But let's see, can we still see it? Well, a little bit there. I mean, at this point, we're like analyzing pixels, you know? Okay, it looks like there's something there right now. And we are going outside. It looks like there's nothing there now. It seems like as soon as we start moving, the face is gone, and it certainly doesn't appear at any point when we're outside. All right, so then he goes back inside, and he returns to the place where he was before, and suddenly you can even see here, the face is back. So to summarize, the only time that you see the face in the car, seemingly, is when it's head-on through the glass door. What's happening here is that we're looking at two reflections simultaneously. We're looking at the reflection in the car windshield, and we're also looking at the reflection of the glass right here in the door. If you're looking through the glass door here, and you're taking everything in as these are all things that are outside, that's a mistake, because there's plenty of things here that are clearly reflections. This thing right here is a light behind the guy filming. There's reflections over here as well that aren't outside, clearly. But it's lined up just right to have this reflection in the glass door appear to be in the passenger seat of the car outside. And as soon as the guy starts moving around outside to the left of the door, it disappears. It doesn't appear anywhere else except through the glass door. And notice the odd setup here. This door is propped open. This door is not. However, the door stopper here that is used right over here to prop this door open is on the floor in front of the door, which to me makes it appear as if it was propping the door open, but then it was moved to maybe film a video. Now, as I stated in the beginning of the video, you know, I fully believe that this is a spirit. Yeah, that's real, all right. If I were to throw the skeptics a bone, you know, it's that this face is actually not in the car. It's a reflection in the glass pane of the door here, laid on top of the reflection of the windshield to give the appearance that it's someone in the car when really it's someone behind the cameraman. Now, I don't think it's the cameraman themselves because they move in ways that I think would be tough for him to keep steady filming if he were to do those movements, but it's someone behind him. And I get it. They're in the waiting room at the hospital. They're bored. They're trying to kill some time waiting for news or waiting for, you know, somebody to get a surgery. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of time spent at hospitals waiting around, and maybe they just wanted to kill some time and distract themselves. So I think this is what they did. Regardless, this is a pretty cool clip. I'm wondering if anyone in the comments caught this, actually. Let me see. This person says it's an absolute oh hell no moment. Dude, it's his reflection from the glass door plus the reflection of the windshield and the sheet metal roof caused the reflection of the guys to be more clear on the glass door, but it's just his own face reflecting off the glass. That's why you only see it from the one angle. Now, I'm not totally convinced that it's the guy's reflection. I think it would be easier to have it be someone else's. That way you don't have to worry about movements of the camera, right? If you're acting out, dipping your head and popping back up and doing all the stuff that the face was doing. So this is the explanation that makes the most sense to me. I gotta say though, it is really cracking me up reading these comments. That man that so casually opened the car at number 2 has balls of steel. Yeah, sure, he could have balls of steel if it was real. We've been doing a lot of reflecting in this video so far, haven't we? With everything feeling more expensive these days, I find that I need to reflect on my finances more than ever. Like, do I really need that subscription service that I don't, use that often? That's where this video's sponsor comes in, Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, make a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. I initially used Rocket Money to track all of my subscriptions and organize them into a single list for me, and I actually reduced the number of subscriptions that I used because of that. But now I use Rocket Money more for general spending tracking. I like to see consolidated information on my spending across all my accounts, not just one, and reflecting on that information and using it to make better financial decisions. It was hard enough to keep track of my finances when I was single, but now that I've combined finances with my wife and I have a couple of kids, it's like 4 times the number of transactions. So it really helps to have a bird's eye view on things with Rocket Money. Take control of your finances today. Go to rocketmoney.com/wolf or click the link in my description to get started for free. Unlock even more features when you sign up for premium. Thank you so much to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. And now that we're done reflecting, let's get back to reflecting.
All right, so I'm officially freaking out a little bit.
TikTok user Sean Does Talks has uploaded a series of scary videos that have left viewers seriously unsettled.
Amazing 80s CRT monitor, which I turned into a cam link and like basically a live camera feed.
It all begins, innocently enough. Sean explains that his wife recently gave him a vintage 1980s CRT monitor. Curious, he sets it up in his living room and points a camera toward the space so viewers can see both the modern camera feed and the CRT's display at the same time.
Wait a sec, wait. So he's saying that the CRT is showing the same feed as the digital camera, but it's a different room?
On the modern camera, Sean's living room looks completely normal, furniture, couch, decorations, everything in place.
Right.
On the CRT screen, the room appears empty.
Oh my god, it's an alternate reality.
Here's my things. Where's my furniture? Now wait, just watch this.
I'm
This
watching.
is crazy.
I'm ready,
Sean then walks in
Sean.
front of both screens. You can clearly see him moving through the living room in real time.
Oh my
But on
god.
the CRT, he's walking through a bare, unfurnished version of the same space.
How is that possible?
It's not.
Some viewers suggest the CRT is somehow displaying an alternate reality or parallel version of the room.
Okay, who are these people? Oh. I mean, yeah, that's real, all right.
In a follow-up video, responding to a comment, he sets the experiment up again, this time sitting down on his couch.
And here we
Okay.
go.
As he takes a seat, something unsettling happens.
Oh, dude! Oh, no way!
His image on the CRT begins to flicker. Then, for a brief moment, he turns completely black, like a shadow figure.
That is not a shadow figure.
figure.
I think that's the exact model from a game series I really like called Rusty Lake, because they have shadow people in that game series, and that's exactly what they look like.
In later uploads, Sean appears genuinely shaken. He points the CRT toward a wall, and written across the CRT screen are the words, "You found me."
Like, you found me? Are you kidding me?
The words are not visible anywhere in the room itself, only on the monitor.
I mean, I am literally starting to freak out, dude. I am starting to freak out.
I'm really buying it.
And that's when things escalate again.
Okay.
What the is that?
A candle sitting on a nearby table suddenly flares to life, then extinguishes itself.
This guy's really giving it his all. I mean, he is going for that daytime Emmy right now. Guys, I'm freaking out right now.
Some believe they're witnessing the early stages of an ARG, an elaborate alternate reality game slowly unfolding. Others aren't so sure, especially given how convincingly real the reactions seem.
Real?
I'm officially freaking out a little bit.
I am begging you guys to watch more critically acclaimed TV shows. Watch Pluribus. Watch Severance. watch Succession, watch some good TV, okay? If you found this convincing, you need to see the difference.
Whether this is a carefully crafted experiment, a viral performance, or something far stranger, one thing is certain, Sean's videos have tapped into a deep, uncomfortable question. What if sometimes we're not all seeing the same reality?
What if sometimes we're not all seeing the same reality? You know what? If that is a question that genuinely interests you, you should check out Vsauce's video about how your green may not be the same as my green. I mean, do I really have to point this out? He's not doing the same thing in both monitors, right? He does his best here. He does his best to time it correctly and everything, but this is a pre-recorded video on the CRT monitor, and he's trying to match it up by reenacting it live, and he probably did dozens and dozens of takes of this. And it's an interesting idea, but it's obviously not real. And it bothers me that Mr. Slapped Ham says that while some viewers are convinced this could be the start of an ARG, which it clearly is, and some others aren't so sure, they think it might be real. That saddens me deeply. I like how for this one, he was like, I don't want to have to sit there and squat for a couple seconds, so he decides to do this little shadow person edit. So he doesn't have to sit here like this. This is killer on the quads. Now, as for this candle suddenly lighting itself, I mean, they have trick candles, right? That's a thing. So that's what I would say that this is. But I think considering how everything else is clearly set up with pre-recorded video, it's pretty obvious that that is fake too. Okay, so Slapped Ham was trying to make it out like there were tons of believers in the comments, but most people that I'm looking at seem to understand that this is, you know, just a game. This is just for fun. The top comment is, your imaginative talent and creativity is brilliant. So, I mean, that says it all to me, that they're just having fun with this. What I do think is interesting, though, is the number of people that are convinced that this took a lot of editing, when really it just took a lot of takes. How are you doing that? It looks so real, but I know it's AI. This is really good editing. Make a movie. Now I'm just standing here, not doing anything, unlike my doppelganger. So I did that in just a couple takes in a few minutes, so it's not perfect, but there's actually no editing involved. It's just doing the same thing over and over again until it syncs up about exactly as you can get it.
Maria Sabina was a revered shaman and spiritual healer from Oaxaca, Mexico. Maria's fame in the West and the attention it brought upset her local community, and she suffered because of it. She was an outcast to her neighbors. Her house was burned down, and her son was killed. Maria Sabina died in poverty at the age of 90.
All right, Nuke. I'm trying to watch some fun little lighthearted, quirky ghost videos, all right? We gotta bring the mood down. Damn. Hopefully this has something to do with the clip you're about to show. Oh, okay, yeah, it does. It's not just fun facts with Nuke.
The Ocampo Museum in Guadalajara, Mexico displayed a very lifelike figure of Maria Sabina. But soon after it went up, visitors began to complain, saying the figure moved or even tried to grab them. The following creepy video was recorded by one of the very frightened museum visitors.
Do something. Oh.
Güey, ¿qué pedo?
The wax figure of Maria Sabina appears to quickly turn its head and look directly at the man. The man showed his video to museum manager Ricardo Barbosa, who posted it online, and it immediately went viral. Ricardo posted a second video to prove that the wax figure of Maria Sabina is definitely not supposed to move.
¿Qué onda, amigo? No, amigo, no manejo nada de mecatrónica. Es una figura totalmente en cera. Mira, es una pieza total, rígida, no se puede manipular. Te digo, no tiene nada. Te digo, mira, te muestro. No hay cables, no hay nada, no es un robot. Es una figura totalmente en cera.
I'm not saying that I don't believe him, but also the little tiny bit of footage that he showed is not proof that there's nothing, no internal mechanism of any kind, no motor anywhere. He basically just showed the outside of the wax statue and showed that it's not plugged into anything. This one is interesting though.
What do you think happened here? Let me know down in the comments.
I'm glad you asked, Nuke. I think it was real, all right. Okay, so first thing I'm noticing is that she's in a completely different position here during the guy's video of her head moving. Very neat. I believe that this is a wax figure right here, but the video looks different. She's in a different position here. So you know how there are street performers who are like living statues, and sometimes they'll spray paint themselves and they'll sit there and they'll remain very, very, very still, and then you sit next to them on the bench and they'll move or something like that. I've seen videos like that before. I wonder if this is maybe not the wax statue, but an actor. Is that possible? Unfortunately, we can't get very close to them. This is just a theory, obviously. It's just a let's try this out type of thing. One thing that I'm noticing too, there's a lot of glitching, artifacting, just like general movement being seen around her dress. Now, I'm not saying that that's evidence of like a filter or something like that, possibly. Well, but I don't think even then it would make the head appear to move. Let's watch it again. Something about this to me just feels a little off. It also, I mean, I think it's two different cameras being used. One for this shot, right, from the museum, I guess. And then this from somebody on TikTok or Instagram, which I'd like to see the original video if I can find it. Because weirdly, Nuke is actually usually pretty good about citing the source for this. For this, he just lists the location, Museo Ocampo. He does not list a user for this. Okay, so I found a Facebook page for Museo Ocampo in Guadalajara, and this appears to be a horror-themed museum. It's not like a regular museum. They got all these exhibits about vampires and witches and just general horror stuff. That's another vampire thing, but you get it. It is not just a normal museum with a Maria Sabina exhibit of some kind. They have horror exhibits. That's basically what they do there. So it makes total sense to me that this is just a marketing tactic. This is a PR stunt. That is not just a normal wax figure at a traditional museum that happened to move. That is absolutely planned. I think it's a real person. It's a living statue prank. However, even if it's not, it is possible for a statue to move this way. I found this video when I was looking around on Reddit. This guy's putting together this Sauron statue from Lord of the Rings, and look at how it moves. It jump scares him here. Pretty good. The head moved that way, and it moved pretty much the exact same way that the Maria Sabina figure moved. So it is possible. You know, obviously this is a different type of statue and everything, right? But it is possible also for it to be a wax figure where the head was constructed separately and can move independently of the body. So I know that's not like a definitive explanation, but the fact that I can't find the original video, I can't find the original person who uploaded this, and any information that I can find about the museum is on their horror exhibit page where they keep being like, look at these vampires and witches, and they had a Chucky exhibit. So I think that says all that needs to be said.
I want to get out of here. I want to get out of my house. I'm so scared.
When it comes to scary videos, this one has definitely left viewers unsettled. TikTok user The Celestial Fish, also known as Daisy Summer, uploaded a clip that begins with her visibly shaken. She tells viewers she's been hearing strange sounds and that she thinks she's just seen something inside her apartment.
I don't know what it was, but it looked like a ghost. Like literally, I think I just saw a ghost.
She turns the camera around to show what she's looking at. At first, nothing seems out of place.
Like right there. Oh, shit. Holy
But if you slow the footage down and brighten it slightly, something eerie becomes visible. A shadow appears to peek out from around the corner of a doorway.
That's just you. That's just you moving your arm. at you moving your arm.
The clip quickly went viral, with many viewers pointing out the shape and calling it a possible shadow figure. Others suggested it could be lighting, motion blur, or a trick of the camera.
Those are all extremely complicated answers. It is just a shadow of her or someone behind her moving their arm. There's a light source behind them. That's what this is right here. And it leaks into the room right here.
Not long after, Daisy posted a follow-up. This time she's sitting in her car, explaining that she left the apartment because the experience shook her so badly.
There was literally a shadow hand that grabs my door. And I am sitting in my car now, just freaking scared of going back into my apartment. Do you really think that I would just be sitting in my car for no reason?
Actually, I don't think that you're in your car for no reason. I think that you're in your car to film the video.
I freaking caught a shadow person on camera.
In a third update, Daisy reveals something even stranger. Since that night, nothing else has happened. No more sounds, no strange feelings, no activity at all.
I don't know, like, I don't know if it's still around here.
She got tired of doing it.
Like, where would the ghost be if I haven't heard it? Is it just being quiet, or is it in another realm?
It could have just moved over to the next apartment.
Or just a perfectly timed illusion that only looked frightening in hindsight.
It's not an illusion, it's a shadow, dude. It's just a shadow, it's not an illusion. It's not a hoax, it's not editing, it's not an illusion, it's just someone making a shadow with their hand or their arm or something. I do this all the time for my 2-year-old daughter when I put her to bed. We play with shadows on the wall. Ooh, daddy made a shadow with his hand. That's all this is. Trust me, I've seen a lot of shadows. That was just a shadow. One thing I'm noticing too, and I'm not saying that this is like proof that it's fake or anything, but I just can't help but notice that she's got like perfect makeup on every time she spontaneously pulls out her camera. This just happened. I just caught a shadow person, right? I mean, come on. You're telling me you're not in your pajamas either of these times? No pajamas, your hair's not up in a bun or anything. You look ready to go with your video of you making a shadow with your hand on the wall.
Several years ago, we covered a wave of strange videos where creators claimed they were trapped in the future, somehow sending footage back to the present as proof they were time travelers.
Is that so? It's an ARG, bro. Okay, so in the future, there's no one out walking the street? Is that the idea? You'd think there'd be a lot more trash or nature.
Many of those clips surfaced during the pandemic when empty streets and closed landmarks made it easier to film deserted cities and spin them into dystopian stories.
Right. Careful, don't show anything that has a date on it.
Now a new figure has emerged on TikTok. A user calling himself White Mask 2055 claims he's stuck in the year 2055, wandering through a future version of Paris.
Really? Well, how is he sending the videos back in time then? Okay, so you're at the Eiffel Tower and no one's there. Interesting.
His videos show an eerie sight. Famous Parisian streets completely empty. No pedestrians, no traffic, no signs of life.
And yet everything is mysteriously clean. Who's cleaning these streets?
He rides along highways that should be packed, but aren't.
Oh, this is actually pretty cool.
At first glance, it looks similar to past hoaxes, but then White Mask starts posting what he claims is proof.
Oh, I'm interested to see the proof.
Tout est sinistre ici. J'ai l'impression d'être constamment observé par quelque chose, par quelqu'un. Je n'en sais rien, mais j'ai l'impression d'être observé. En attendant, je vais essayer de monter au-dessus pour tenter de démarrer un train.
In one clip, he buys a soda from a vending machine.
Tout est vide dans ce distributeur, mais par chance.
Well, we didn't
when he
see
shows
you buy
the
it.
bottle, the expiration date appears to read 02/04/55.
Mais regardez les DLC.
Because it came straight from the machine, some viewers argue this would be extremely difficult to fake.
He just no. It did not come straight from the machine. Unless we saw it drop down from the machine, this bottle could have easily been tampered with. Well, first of all, you know, I think that this is definitely an ARG, right? an alternate reality game. So these are pretty popular online. This guy is obviously just having fun, right? This is not real. This is, what is it? Metafiction? I think the only thing that bothers me about clips like this from creators like this is when they get really focused on providing proof, because there's just so many people out there that are gullible or vulnerable, and they're gonna see this and be like, oh my God, it's real. How else could he have done this? They can't think of an explanation. I can think of a couple, but I'm gonna hold off and see what else happens. But yeah, this bottle, I mean, nice plant, bro. You know, I get it's all in fun. It's all in fun, right? It's all in fun. I'm having fun. I promise I'm having fun too with the ARG.
Others aren't convinced, but the uploads don't stop there.
See, it doesn't help that Slapped Ham is presenting this like he's trying to convince people it's real.
In later videos, White Mask films inside what appears to be an empty video game store.
That's where he works. That's where he's a full-time employee at a GameStop.
On the shelves are games labeled PS7.
Oh my God.
Titles like FIFA 34.
PS7.
And even Grand Theft Auto 7.
Oh,
Grand Theft Auto 7 looks terrible. Dude, GTA fell off. The Grand Theft Auto fall off needs to be studied. Look at these graphics. Look at them. I get that it's supposed to like portray a futuristic landscape, but wow. I mean, come on. These are obviously AI generated graphics here, images. I love the idea that in 2034 and beyond, we're still using physical discs in physical game cases, and we're buying them at GameStop. Wait a second. I think I've debunked it. Funko Pop is going out of business, and he's in 2055, and they've still got Funko Pops lining the wall. Something to think about. Hang on a second. Something's telling me this guy isn't really in 2055. I think he might be real, all right.
Then come the museum clips.
Okay. So you are in an empty museum. Can't you reserve
White Mask
a
walks
museum?
through the Louvre, completely empty.
Oh, wow. The Louvre, not just any museum. You can reserve the Louvre, right? I mean, for one person it would be silly, but...
In one of his most striking videos, he films the Mona Lisa.
Right, with no one in line to see it.
No crowd, no security barrier packed with people, just the painting, alone.
Okay, well then go over there and touch it.
He claims a catastrophic event wiped out 98% of the population, leaving him as one of the few survivors. In replies, he insists it's not editing or CGI.
This is the part that I have a little bit of a problem with. I like the ARG. I think the videos are really cool. I think he's having fun. It seems harmless, but then all this insisting that it's real and here's proof and stuff, I just think that's going over the top with it. You should just let the videos speak for themselves. You don't need to be going back and forth and arguing with people in the comments that just don't know any better about like it actually is real. You got to believe in this. You got to believe in time travel. See, if he went up to the top of a tower like this and he showed, you know, for extended shots, the roads and there were no cars running, that would be cool. I mean, I'd probably think that it was AI. I noticed, for example, that a lot of these clips are really early in the morning when the sun's just rising. Probably the time of day when the least amount of people are out. There's also the possibility of reserving the Louvre for an hour. I don't know if that's a thing, but you would think that you'd be able to reserve a museum for like a party or a corporate event or something. I know it's the Louvre, but that happens at other museums.
Whatever the truth is, the mystery has kept millions watching.
See,
and the story is still unfolding.
See, I don't like this open-ended interpretation of like, who knows if it's fake or real? Well, it's fake. It's not real. It's an ARG, like you said. This is not real footage from 2055 sent back in time, and the best proof that they have of it are PlayStation 7 discs. Like, show us a newspaper. Show us anything that has the date on it besides a bottle of soda that didn't come out of the vending machine. Dude, pull a Back to the Future and look up a sports almanac. They gotta have them, and show us sports scores. of upcoming games. That would be great proof. Now, I don't know a whole lot about AI generated video, but I would imagine that architecture and streets would be easy to generate because they're all static, flat objects with a predictable structure that doesn't change. So I don't know how easy it is to remove people and moving living things from a video like that, but I imagine it would be a lot easier than populating those same videos with people. However he's getting these videos, you know, props to the guy, I guess. Okay, let's go to White Mask's actual TikTok. They've got over 650,000 followers. What is going on here? Oh, are there other characters? Oh, okay. Come on, right? See, Slapped Ham was portraying it like it was really serious, but it's clearly just a fun thing.
Joey Wilson is a father who lives in Sacramento, California, where he and his family
What's this username? Joseph Stalin loves you. Well, I don't mean to come across too skeptical, but I don't think that's true.
But not everything has been entirely pleasant at home. Things between him and a quote-unquote neighbor have gotten very strange. According to Joey, there's an old lady who keeps peeking at him through his bushes in the backyard. She often appears in this area, just staring at him from a distance. Now, he's already called police to remove this person from his property, as he believes it could have been an elderly person who was lost and confused. But when police came, they couldn't find anyone, let alone any traces of a person who was hiding. If no one was there, then how is it that Joey was able to record a face hiding in the bushes? Take a look.
I can't wait to see this face. I want to see a creepy old person in the brush.
Do you see her? Look at that
No.
face. Oh my god.
Oh.
It's right.
Oh, get your finger out of there. Oh.
Dude, how scary is that?
It's right here. Oh, there's some.
God, dude. What the She's crawling through all this bro.
The supposed old lady that Joey keeps seeing in his backyard is briefly seen on camera, but if you look closely, something about her seems a bit off. It's the way she appears that might be the reason why so many think this wasn't a stranger, but instead, something else. Whether it's the pale complexion or the unnatural movement of this figure, Joey has found it necessary to build a fence in front of the bushes where it keeps showing up. But even with the barrier set up, the visitations haven't stopped. Because recently, in a photo that Joey snapped, what looks like an arm can be seen resting on a branch where the old lady was spotted. Now apparently, some say that a face—
Are you okay? Were you drinking some water there or something?
—spotted.
You sure you didn't want to do another take of that one, bub?
And as Joey and many others think, something about it just didn't feel right. Perhaps nightmare fuel would be the best way to describe what was captured.
Nightmare fuel? Mr. Joseph Stalin, if I may be so bold, have you considered the possibility that maybe she simply wants to ask you a few riddles? She just wants to quiz you on a couple things, that's all. Your knowledge of nature, for example, or I don't know. Whatever an old crone might want to quiz you on. I think that's all she wants. I gotta say, it looks very good. But I do think that this is overlaid footage. Right here, you can't even really see it. It's camouflaged so well. But when it moves, it kind of gains a weird transparency around the edges of the face, which I guess is why some people online are saying it's a ghost, right? Because if it was a real person there, you would be able to see more than just a little bit of their face peeking out. When you go frame by frame, she appears to, well, appear out of nowhere, right? It seems like the only part of her that's actually there is the face. And if you're wondering if this is an effect you could easily do in video editing, the answer is yes. In fact, I think I saw another face in that bush. Play it back. Enter me these riddles 3. All right, well, that was fun to go through the videos this time and do something a little different. Just unquestioningly believe in everything that I watched. That was a bit of a different vibe. Except I think what I ended up doing was just skeptically going through and trying to debunk them anyway. I can't help it, okay? That's my idea of fun. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Think critically.